Hey guys, how is it going today? So today is now March the 18th, it's a Sunday. It's about 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're going to talk about Bitcoin, of course. So congratulations everybody. I'm going to enable live chat. Sorry, I forgot to enable it. There we go. Live chat is enabled. So, awesome. Congratulations everybody. If you guys have been following my TA for the past few weeks or even months, it's been pretty accurate so far, right? Call it cockiness, call it arrogance, call it skill, whatever. All that I focus on is doing a lot of TA. If I do a lot of TA, then you know, it's eventually gonna get to where there's only 9 people watching right now. Did I even tweet this? I don't know if I actually tweeted it. Just let me make sure. I just want to get everybody in here because for some reason I only see 9 people in the channel. Let me just double check to see how many people are actually here. Just want to make sure that I tweeted this. Yeah, I did tweet it. Oh, never mind. There's over 1,000 people here. Who am I kidding? Okay, so awesome, guys. We nailed it. Okay, 7250. Hard support, obviously, right? And then there were many other criterias to break, such as breaking well above 75.23 confirms a short-term trend. A break above 77.50 it confirms a large degree bullish trend, or a larger degree rather. And here are some charts that we've been posting, right? So just throughout the day, this was awesome. Here's the testing the 75.23 range, right? No uptrend can be fully considered until this channel is actually broken. A break above 75.23 can signal a rally. Volume must be very, very clear. And I believe right now we are also near the very top of this particular first wave impulse going up that has been officially confirmed, I think. Pretty sure it has. Market cap. We've officially trended pretty low, or sorry, pretty high. We were at $273 billion. We've recovered by a pretty good amount, over 10-15% already. Awesome. 24-hour volume has definitely picked up as well. We were trending near the $4 billion range yesterday, and the day before 5.2 billion. But now we're actually well over $6 billion. It's making me a lot more comfortable in the market, and the short-term trend is absolutely in. So before we review everything going on, we need to talk about how I know and how I wait for a confirmation. I'm not in any position whatsoever right now. I've already closed my positions. I of course played the breakout on 75, like 75.50-ish. This is how we confirm a short-term bearish trend, okay guys? Or not a bearish trend, but I don't like how my charts are showing like that. This sidebar, see? It ends up screwing up all the time. There we go. So, nope, that's Ripple. I don't want to see Ripple. I want to see Bitcoin. No, I hate it when charts do this, man. It's really irritating. All right, that's a little bit better here. So, I guess I'll have to make do with it. Sometimes TradingView just screws up on you, and it's not good. There we go. It works now. So this is how we confirm a short-term momentum that has been lost. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you wait for a series of bearish divergences with a trend line, and this is implicative that this is basically the very top. Okay, it would be not wise. Oh, I gotta refresh the page. I really hate it when my Bitcoin does this. I pay for you, TradingView. I pay for the pro feature. You should be more reliable. It's not my computer, I know that, because it happens on every single computer of mine. And even my tablets, sometimes it happens. Hey, thanks, Andy. I appreciate that, man. You guys are welcome to donate as much as you guys want to if you guys have made a killer. I don't mind in the least. Thank you very much, man. So, also on the 5-minute chart, we've clearly confirmed a bearish divergence right here, right? We draw a trend line for the RSI, and then we wait for a series of bearish divergence. Shorting it at this particular structure right there, that's not wise, okay? Because you haven't confirmed anything, and all you would have got is a very short-term bounce. So if I wasn't making this live stream right now, I'd probably be shorting it. So let's talk about now the overall structure of everything that's been going on. And let's talk about the daily candle that's about to close, okay? The daily candle is closing with significant amount of volume. Oh, Christopher, that is freaking fantastic. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that sincerely, man. I promised you and Luna a steak dinner this morning. This should cover it. Thanks for all that you do, Mama Whale. No problem at all. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate that, man. Don't ever go out of your way, guys. I'm more so just joking about taking 1% of your profit. I've made more than enough to you know, be happy with my profits today, all right? So don't go out of your way, guys. You guys know that I don't ever ask you guys for paid content or anything, and it's always very subtle when I say it more so as a joke. So as long as we close today above 7,800, that's going to be really good, guys. The volume has significantly picked up, and that is fantastic. What we call this is a hammer, okay? This is a hammer candle. And the reason why we call it a hammer is because of the way it looks, first of all. But more importantly, we have a very long wick. The wick actually rejected $600. So think of it as the bears are fighting with the bulls. The bears have tried to push it down for this particular structure. And now the bulls have easily rebounded and pushed them all the way back up. Now, one might argue, why didn't we bounce right here? Okay, we didn't bounce right there because on Elliott wave counts, we were only at structure 3. That's why. Sure, we got a slight bounce right here. Excuse me. That's where the hammer showed up, right? And then we uptrended to wave 4. And now we are officially done our wave 5. And we're going to talk about when the next possible place to enter is. So that's a really good candle. We've only got 45 minutes to go. Let's consider this a victory. Next few days, what we're going to hope for is a series of bullish divergences that's going to end up upticking for the histogram and for the MACD. Thank you, Total Stone Care. I appreciate it very much, man. So let's just keep looking at the different candles and go down. What we see here is it finally leveling off with a massive spike right here in RSI. So from this day right here, where we came down to the B, okay, for the B wave right there, we now see it completely leveling off, flattening off, and not only flattening off, but actually spiking upwards, okay? It has spiked upwards with a massive hammer candle. Let's take a look at the 6 hour. 6 hour is getting the opposite of what we call a 3-line strike. Let's say, well, pretty much a 3-line strike. We can call it that, sure, okay? So let's say, thank you very much. I appreciate that, eh? So let's say we got 3 red candles like this, okay? 3 red candles coming down. That could be called like 3 black crows or whatever. But the next series of candle, if we actually get one that basically engulfs all 3, it's the opposite of a 3-line strike. As you guys see, 1, 2, basically 3, 4. And this candle is a massive candle. We would end up calling this basically a bullish spinning top. And a bullish spinning top is pretty much exactly what it looks like, where the wicks on the lower end and the higher end are, think of a rolling pan. That's pretty much what it is, right? It's a rolling pan with a lot of volume. So now what we're going to look for is this crossover, which is actually happening already. So now we just got to give it some more time. Everything is looking fantastic. Cannot complain whatsoever. And when I called it on Twitter there, that was definitely the top, guys. I wait very carefully to tweet because I don't want anybody to be trapped. So what I expect to happen now is a small little downtrend, okay? Small little downtrend, and then we break up. And we break up outside of this RSI resistance. Now, the moment that we break out of this RSI resistance, say on a 2-hour chart right there, we're now going to basically be entering bullish territory for the short term. And if you guys remember my rules for RSI, just to give you guys a quick recap, okay? A rule for RSI, or sorry, not RSI, for MACD is that we want to have the larger exponential moving averages supporting all of it from below. Thank you, Arkansas Cedar Cabins. I appreciate it, man. We want to have the exponential moving average supporting all of it from the downside. Luna's already drunk, Polly. She's super hammered. Luna she's so drunk right now. She got so drunk because she got so depressed about this downtrend. She just kept looking at the moon all night. She was like, when moon? When Luna? When Luna? I need Luna right now. Give me moon. She was so drunk. So thank you for getting her even more shattered. I appreciate that, Polly. Thank you. So now if it were the opposite, right? If it were the opposite, where the white is supporting all of it above, well, that's going to be considered a more bearish tone. So overall, yes, we are considered in a very bearish market still right now. But you know, this day is starting to look a lot better, right? And as the days go by, hopefully we can actually get a longer term bear market, or sorry, uptrend. So what we're seeing right here, guys, is a series of rejections to the upside. The white, the yellow, all of these EMAs. Are you worried that there's a D after an E and C? Maybe. It could be possible. We'll have to see in a little bit. But the way ABCDEs work is not like that. Like ABCDE, actually you're right. It could be, but you know, it's not really likely as well anymore to be an ABCDE, because ABCDEs don't happen in a channel, right? ABCDEs happen in a triangle. So it's not likely for it to form some sort of ABCD. Okay, you know what? I'm looking at the wrong structure. I know what you're talking about now. Could we end up getting some formation like an A, for example, A, B, C, D, and E, where we end up wedging downwards? Yes, that's absolutely possible. Absolutely, 100% it's possible, but we can only go based on what we know so far. And what we know is that this is a C structure thus far. Okay, just so far we have a C structure, okay? And there's not much to assume except for that we are in a shorter term bear trend, or sorry, a bull trend, right? Until we break out of this resistance right here. This is honestly why I called the top as well. I basically just saw it rejecting to the 20, or to what EMA is this again? This is the 21 EMA here on the 6-hour chart, and it's offering some sort of significant resistance. So what this gentleman was saying, you're welcome, James, I appreciate that, Mr. Montgomery. So what Royu is saying is that we could be in a, it could end up making a pattern like that, an A, B, C, D, E, which is a very typical pattern for it to make. But one of the reasons why I don't believe that this is going to happen is because the B to C made a 5-wave structure instead of a 3-wave structure. A, B, C, D, E's are usually found in 3-3-3 structures. Not only that, the A coming down actually made 5 waves. So because we got a 5-3-5 zigzag, it's really difficult to believe that an A, B, C, D, E could possibly happen. We have to remember our Elliott wave rules, right? So let's just keep going. Let's just keep going on, for example, see right here on the 5-minute chart, we had a lot of trouble breaking above with using the 55 crossover strategy. So now we've uptrended on a 5-minute chart. We've now finally uptrended on a 10-minute chart. We've uptrended on a 30-minute chart. We've uptrended on a 15 and 30-minute chart. We've uptrended almost on a 45-minute chart. So what the goal is, guys, is to cascade over from the lower time frames. So if we cascade over from the lower time frames, Michelle, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Sincerely, thank you very much. So what we want to do is, let's see, first of all, if this 5-minute chart can cross over, right? And then we maintain a series of bullish momentum. And let's see if the 55 EMA can actually cross over like how it's doing on these lower time frames, right? So as soon as these types of crossovers happen, that actually signals to the market to enter. So some people playing on a low time frame, like myself, for example, okay? Remember I was talking about how if we broke out above 75.23, well, guess what, guys? This is 75.23. I was anticipating a crossover right here. And as you guys can see, that's where we actually ended up breaking above it, right? Almost above it here. So what people would have done was, as soon as it saw it trending above over here, that's where you would have entered yourself into a long position. You would have set your stop loss slightly below it, and you would have targeted something significant that was a trendline resistance, like how we saw on the 6-hour chart right there. So the risk to reward ratio was ridiculous. That's pretty much the exact trade that I took, 33.89 risk to reward ratio. So this is amazing, guys. We are now cascading over to higher time frames. If you guys are a day trader like myself, congratulations. If you took my general advice there of it being the very short-term top. Merci beaucoup, Mr. Diego. I appreciate that, man. It's not much, but you know what, man? It doesn't matter, SRP. It's always the thought that counts, okay? I really appreciate you as well. So that's how we were able to see it, right, guys? Now we're going to end up getting a crossover. Let's see how high it's going to be. So we need to review how we were able to nail this specific target. Repetition, it creates experience. And when you have experience under your belt, you can redo these things as well for the next time. If you guys keep doing the same things over and over and over and over again, repetition will definitely build a lot of character into your trading. So one major reason was that there's this major trend line right here, right? No doubt in my mind that you guys all see this major trend line. Now the second major reason is a very key Fibonacci level. Do you guys remember me saying that 786 is the flavor of the month? 786 is the flavor of the month, okay? We bounced at exactly 72.50 or 40 on bitfinex. 786 is the flavor of the month. And we also take our third correlation method of taking our A, B, and C right here, okay? So we have our A, our B is forming right here, and as soon as A and B form, we can use Fibonacci extension to extrapolate targets. But because we already had some very decent numbers here as a possible support, we say to ourselves, okay, well, if this is 78.6 of waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right here, then there's a very good chance that A, B will also do a Fibonacci extension. Okay, you guys gotta know that Fibonacci is my favorite tool of all time. So if this one formed a 1 to 5 wave, 786 right there, then you also know that A and B could likely form a 78.6 as well. So we call this a triple confluent zone with a triple correlation method. So that was so beautiful, guys. I'm so excited right now. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so thrilled. I am so happy to be here. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? BitConnect. We are gonna change the world. Everybody thought that Bitcoin was a fraud, and I'm like, no, 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 no. What are you gonna do, Bitcoin? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go on an uptrend. So that is so awesome. Don't worry, Leverett. I'm never gonna go. Okay. I'm not going to go anywhere. But I warn you guys, when I actually do go to Thailand to visit my awesome friend Mel, I won't be really working much because we're just going to go, we're going to get so drunk together, her and I. We're probably going to wake up in Cambodia and we're going to be like, how do we get to Cambodia from Thailand? Are you here right now, Mel? I missed you, Mel. I haven't talked to you in 2 hours. Where are you, Mel? Okay, anyways, let's get this ball rolling right now. So we're going to talk about how we nail this with Fibonacci extension, okay? And we're going to keep drilling this inside of your head. And then one day, it's so sad to think about it, Mama Whale's going to lose her whole pod because the whole pod's going to be such good traders that they're not going to need Mama Whale anymore. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Trying to figure out where to pull out from bad short. Well, we're going to talk about that, okay? We're going to go over a bunch of things here and we're going to see. You guys shouldn't, honestly, you guys should not be shorting the market. Like, you shouldn't be shorting the market right now because the reason why you shouldn't short it is because you should maintain like a bullish bias right now, right? And that's kind of how the general public will think, right? They don't really, maybe day trading positions, yeah, but shorting is kind of, it's like detrimental to the possible uptrend. That's why I'm not shorting anything right now. I was going to, but I figured, you know what, I'd rather make this video instead. So we're gonna drill this inside of your guys' head, okay? How we play this. We always look for wave 1 and 2 to form. As soon as it develops a base right here, you short the market. You short the market and you target a 1-to-1 extension right here. So you'd want to target a really beautiful one right there. There's your 1-to-1 extension, target hit pretty much on the nose, right? And here's your target 2 hit for 161.8. So that's a beautiful correction there. Now we're going to draw all of this in detail to give you guys a very detailed count of Elliott wave. So this one ended up making an ABC, very simple structure going upwards, okay? This one here made the A, the B, and the C going up, just like that, okay? That was a pretty sloppy ABC, but I'll take it, right? And here, it actually made the 5 waves, and we tried to count it many, many different times to try to get the best accuracy. So we're gonna count that as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like this. So beautiful the way it's been counted, right? And now we officially complete our ABC correction coming downwards, okay? Now this is our A, this is our B, and that is our C, to get a beautiful, beautiful ABC correction. Now, what happens after ABC, okay? What happens after ABC? Let me explain it to you guys. This is very important to understand the mechanics of Elliott wave and how I've been integrating it into my trading for the past few years now. So after ABC correction happens, okay, after ABC correction happens, we'll just say it got down to, you know, a really relevant number right here. After it happens like this, what we get is a possible impulse wave going upwards. We try to get 5 waves going upwards that must move impulsively going up, right? And that could make wave 1, and then now we could end up making wave 2, right? 3, 4, and 5. But if any failures happen along the way, a failure is denoted by a 100% retracement of the impulse wave up. So if wave 2 for some reason falls below the territory of wave 1 where it began, then we've automatically, thank you very much Bruno, I appreciate that. As soon as it falls below the retracement of wave 1 right here, that's how we call it impulse wave failure. Now let's say wave 1 and 2 succeed. We move it up to where wave 2 is. If wave 4 retraces by more than 100% of wave 3, then that's an impulse wave failure as well. Now let's say all 5 of these waves are successful. What we would say is if the next ABC actually retraces by more than 100% of that impulse wave, then that is a failed wave. So if that ended up actually failing, the ABC correction would actually be considered now waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming down, right? It would be considered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming down, and we would end up getting extended corrections. And what we call these is a double Elliott wave combo. A double Elliott wave combo will denote, X denotes where the failure actually is, okay? It denotes where the failure is. So if it fails, we put an X there, right? So now we're in a very crucial spot for Bitcoin. We have to make sure that we don't get an impulse wave failure. Now let me explain to you guys from the beginning of time, when the great Big Bang began, when we were just a speck in the cosmos of this correction. Now the way that we have seen this thus far is like this. This is very interesting. If Neil deGrasse Tyson was here right now, he'd be very, very, very impressed with me. So we would call this right here. We'd call this our A, B, C with our truncated C position, right? Impulse wave began, make a note of there. Now we end up getting an impulse wave failure because it retraced 100% of the wave coming down. So then we now have an WXY correction, okay? We got a WXY correction like that. W, X for denoting failure, and Y. And now we actually got 5 waves going up like that, okay? So what this wave structure is doing right now is it's doing, that's wave 1, that's wave 2, right? And we've retraced a beautiful 78.6%. Now we got to make sure that these waves go up very impulsively. Otherwise, what we can end up getting instead down the road is a W, an X to denote point of failure, and ABC to create the last, oops, I completely deleted it. W, X, right, and a Y right there. And if this wave ends up failing for some reason, that is what we're going to get. We're now going to get a triple Elliott wave combo, okay? A triple Elliott wave combo. So we have to make sure that this Z doesn't happen, okay? If Z happens, where this point right here ends up failing, we're going to end up getting some really nasty corrections to 4K, guys. So yeah, I don't want to talk about my 4K bullish scenario. So now let's talk about in detail how I was actually able to extract a lot of this information today, okay? Now I set my target for a break above this right here. It was 75.23, as you see there, okay? If we broke above it, we were going to get some nasty or some massive uptrends, right? Here, people panicked. I know they panicked. That's why I made that video. It didn't break above it, and it didn't really have the volume either, right? But that's okay. But what's the important thing to note, if you guys remember my charts, is this. I was drawing and I said, I'm hoping for something like this to happen, an ascending triangle. If we go to a lower time frame, we can actually see it a lot better, right? we can see this ascending triangle a lot better, and we got to consider some of the rules how we can actually uptrend. This is a very acceptable way to draw it, just so you guys know. We have to remember the rules of candlestick analysis, okay? If you have, for example, a green candle like that, and then you have a red candle that's next to each other, like this, for example, okay? And let's say that this one was red, okay? And let's say that they both had some wicks, right? Let's say that, not green, I want it red. Let's say that this ended up, you know, let's make it bigger to emphasize. And let's say that this actually had a wick like that, okay? And a wick like that as well, okay? So if you actually look at both of these together, both of these are actually equal to one candle like this on a higher time frame, right? This would actually just end up looking like this. It would just end up looking like that. The bodies that overlap end up showing just one wick, and they don't really show a color. So it's very acceptable to draw your trend line like that, because we consider candles like that basically bear traps, right? So if you look on a higher time frame, for example, you're only going to see a wick poking out, okay? See this? This is very indicative, right? If we draw it on a 15-minute chart, do you guys see how clear as day? Clear as day, right? So the way that you guys should have played that is honestly really simple, okay? You look at the 55 moving average, you look at this particular 7,523 range. As soon as it breaks out of it, right? As soon as this candle started popping up right there, and as soon as this volume actually showed up, you click on that market execution button and you just buy, because the volume is spiking up. So where would you have targeted? You would have targeted on the 6-hour chart. You got to make sure we play this game from multiple scenarios, right? We play this game from multiple scenarios, and we say to ourselves, all right, there's a major trend line right here. Because of this major trend line right here, yeah, it's very likely that we're going to hit it first. So I need to be very clear with you guys right now. Very clear that we are not considered in a higher term uptrend until we break out of this massive trend line support, right? Or sorry, resistance, right? Until we break well above now this price of $8,300 that we got to today, we are not considered in a longer term degree uptrend. So please be extra cautious of that, okay? Thank you, Christopher. I really appreciate that. Did you just do that again? I hope you didn't just do that again, or did that just trickle down? If you did, thank you very much. Philicon, not trolling. Don't you see the 55 EMA swing strategy? Don't see you use your 55. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Don't see you use. Hey, if you want to ask a question, I would really suggest you speak English. That's not really English. If you write, don't see you use your 55 EMA strategy a lot. Are you trying to ask me, do I use it a lot? Or are you trying to say that you don't see me use it a lot? You know what I'm saying? I do use it a lot. I don't talk about my swing positions a lot. I don't want to talk about my positions where I'm playing over $100,000. That's a little bit private. You guys see my day trading positions, right? Whenever I tweet my really big positions, people just don't like it. So I definitely do. I also tweeted my last short position where I had 8 Bitcoin. So definitely, okay? I don't use it for day trading. The only reason I integrate it into my day-to-day strategy, or sorry, my charting and technical analysis, is for you guys, because I know the majority of you guys use swing. I'm just joking, Christopher. I don't mean to be a dick like that, okay? Or CN, what I forgot what your name was. JJBDLLND. I'm just joking, okay? I don't mean to be a dick like that. I just like to put people on the spot. It's just fun. It's kind of like heckling, right? Look at this guy trying to make one more attempt upwards, okay? We're gonna talk about if this could actually make one more attempt upwards, okay? Maybe, probably gonna make one more attempt up, I'm guessing, but I don't really see it getting that high because of the volume. The short-term trend is pretty much done already. Now there might be one more uptrend, right? Maybe one more, but I can't see it getting that unless I counted entirely wrong, okay? Let's just say that I counted entirely wrong. The way that I see, oh, look at this bastard again. It's not even showing up. Why do I pay for you, TradingView? Oh my God! Sorry guys, I thought I muted the microphone when I got mad there. I didn't mean to yell in front of you guys. Sorry about that. I'm just kidding. I do it on purpose to entertain you guys. That's the truth, okay? So, yeah, come on, Bitcoin! There you go. It's not my computer, man. I just bought this computer brand new and all of my computers do the exact same thing. Why can't you ever work perfectly whenever I want you to work perfectly? What's wrong with you, TradingView? Man, you're worse than Luna. You're just useless like Luna. You never do anything proper. I'm gonna break up with you soon, TradingView, if you don't get your shit together, man. Jesus. Sorry about that. Sometimes TradingView and we end up fighting a lot together. Whenever we fight together like that, it can get a little bit out of hand sometimes whenever we argue together, but just don't mind it. We're like a bad relationship, TradingView and We're like a bad relationship where I just abuse it. I just abuse the crap out of TradingView, but it just keeps coming back, guys. It just keeps coming back every single day. It just can't leave me, you know? That's the kind of relationship I have with TradingView. So let's talk about an Elliott wave count, all right? What we see is pretty much this whole structure as a really crappy first wave, all right? We can call this structure as a crappy first wave. Now that is basically the third wave, and we're looking for some sort of retracement right now because we're not done the uptrend yet, guys. We're not done on this massive uptrend, okay? We've got a possible first wave like that going up, okay? Because we got to look at it on a larger degree, right? And even if we looked at it on this degree right here, what we see is there's definitely 5 sort of waves, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going up like that. So we're just waiting to see what kind of correction this is going to make, right, on a smaller degree. And then there's going to be basically one more wave going upwards. Now, where's a very probable target? Well, we want to look for an ABC, okay? I need to do this on a very micro time frame because it's more so my style. Now, where is a possible target? Well, first of all, we have to understand that we're looking for some sort of ABC coming downwards, right? That is the mechanics of how these work, right? We've already reached a low of 80.49 right now, which is pretty good, I have to admit, okay? So now we want to see how far is this going to go? And the best way to do it is to gauge it by where the previous resistance and supports were, right? So let's say we went really far back and we say to ourselves, all right, well, where is the area that has offered some sort of significant resistance before or some significant support? We'd probably end up saying, all right, it's probably going to be this area right around here. I don't know exactly where it's going to be, but we have to take our previous targets that we see. Now, doesn't that make sense? Like this was support, resistance, right? Lots of activity in these regions. It even extends further, right? It extends even further. So wouldn't it make a lot of sense to use this right here as a possible support region for now? Maybe we can extend it even further down, right, to over here. Now let's see what our Fibonacci tells us, okay? If we take our Fibonacci of this particular wave structure only, let's see what kind of Fibonacci we're gonna get. We're gonna assume it's fairly bullish. So what we're gonna assume now is just based on all the information that we have, that a correction is possible, I'd say anywhere between 78.43 and 79.51. That's probably where I'm going to be interested in purchasing to go long in my next day trading position. And we just keep going back and we see, okay, puncture that area as support, puncture that area as support, puncture that area as support, activity right there. This was resistance. And hey, this also happens to be the 382 Fibonacci level. So there's a good chance that we're going to bounce like 8,000, guys, will obviously offer a lot of psychological support, right? It's going to offer really good psychological support. So we also have to make note of this specific region. I'd probably say up to even 8K. It's up to you guys to watch where this levels off. Now, on the lower barrier, of course, we could possibly trend down to the 618 Fibonacci level as well, because this was very impulsively moving upwards, okay? We can easily assume as well that, hey, it's possible to get to one of those levels. We take the Fibonacci of wave 1, we see that that's at a neutral one. So by the rules of indifference of Elliott wave expressions, we don't really have any basis to go on other than assuming, based on the previous supports and resistances, that 8K will first of all act as a psychological support, and secondly, it can get to a lower barrier of about 78.50 as well. Now we got to talk about breaking out of this resistance, okay? Now, if this was actually a trend line resistance right here, take a look, okay? This is obviously a trend line resistance. We've got to break out of it, right, for the fifth wave. So let me give you guys a very clear example of what I am expecting. What I'm expecting is, if this is even the first wave, right? Like if this was actually the first wave, which is really dinky in my opinion, the way we considered it, well, then this one hit. Wow, it actually hit a 261.8 extension. That's great. So the next logical target would simply be a break above outside of this trendline resistance, right? That massive trendline resistance to hit possibly 86.27 range, and that would be perfect, because if it actually hit that specific range, then we would take our Fibonacci level next for the entire wave 5 structure, right? And I'm probably drawing this a little bit off, so I'm going to zoom out and actually just draw it a little bit better right here. Just want to make sure that I'm actually drawing it perfect, okay? That would be a little bit better, just something like that right there, okay? So now let's go to a micro time frame. Now that we have some of our possible targets, and don't worry guys, there's going to be charts for all of this, all right? So notice that we can't really break and stay well above this resistance, right? It's probably just a bull trap for that specific region, okay? That's important to understand. So next target is around this, we'll just say 86.30 range. Now, if it does retrace there, we got to remember the rules of Elliott wave, okay? The rules of Elliott wave goes something like this, where there's waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 going up. We take Fibonacci of only wave 3, or sorry, 1 for wave 2. We take Fibonacci of wave 3 for wave 4. But for the entire structure, what we do is we take Fib for waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? I don't even know what the G20 summit is, to be honest. I really don't even follow that kind of news. I just follow like some fundamental news, actually a lot, but like it's so far from my mind when I'm doing TA. I've made enough money just kind of doing TA by itself. That's kind of funny since you guys are talking about that. So yeah, like you guys know how people are like, oh, technical analysis, it's all guessing, right? It's all guessing. Well, you know what, guys? It comes down to skill. That's the simple truth. Some technical analysts are going to be better than others, right? Because it comes down to skill and critical thinking. It's not like driving, okay? It's not like getting your driver's license where you step on a pedal, then you turn left to go left, and then you turn right to go right. And anybody who has a driver's license is pretty much on equal terms in terms of driving, right? You know, there's, better drivers may not get into more accidents, right? But technical analysis is not everybody's got a license and they know the same thing. Technical analysis is an art. It's an art and it's pure skill, okay? So if anybody ever says to you guys or to me, it's like, oh, you're just playing the guessing game. It's like, okay, well, I must be doing really good for myself right now if I'm just playing the guessing game. You know what I'm saying? So I think that like a lot of people who talk crap about technical analysis, they're honestly just not a good analyst and they sucked at it and then they gave up on it because they said that it was too unpredictable. That's the absolute truth, right? So, my friends and I, we're pretty good at TA. We focus on honing our skills and always developing it over time. So anyways, now if we actually end up trending to 86.30, then what we do is we take the fib range of the entire structure, and guess what, guys? We broke outside of this massive channel, and guess where the next correction is? The next correction is bouncing above the trend line resistance, right? That's now acting as a support. Nudging you guys with my shoulder, right? Knee slapper moment. This is the back slapper moment. Yeah, hey yo! So if you guys actually deduce it like that, that's pretty much what it's gonna be, okay? Yes, I can define the golden pocket for you, Nick. Absolutely, I will, okay? I'm actually going to draw it in here. I don't know why I have it off here. No, it's not on there, okay? So this would now be officially waves 1, okay? And now this would be wave 2, where we bounce at the 236 fib level. So a lot of people have said to me before that I'm posting 5 different charts, right? And eventually if you just keep posting more charts, you're going to get one of them, right? Well, you guys got to remember that if you're a bad trader, you're going to stick to one chart. And you stick to one chart, you don't know how to react when the market flips against you, right? But the reason why I post possible scenarios is because it allows me to manage my risk by shedding, by adding, by reducing, by taking on more, by having more exposure, by laddering, by dollar cost averaging. So because we can plan for unforeseen circumstances, it allows us to gauge in a really good way what can happen. Imagine going into a fight and only thinking that your opponent was going to do one thing. Well, if you actually practice and think about it from every single angle, and you prepare yourselves for what the market can do to attack us, or what your opponent can do to attack you, you have a better defense in general. Okay, so that's how we have to think of the market, right? So first of all, let's go over golden cross. Or sorry, let's go over the Fibonacci here. Okay, golden pocket really quickly. We go over the golden pocket, and what the golden pocket is, it's right here. I don't know why mine's disabled. The golden pocket is right here. It's the 0.65 Fibonacci level. It is a tiny little pocket that we see where it basically ends up screwing over new traders or algorithms, right? So if it slightly breaches the 618, a lot of newer traders might panic and they'll sell. But a lot of the times, the golden pocket just ends up bouncing right in here. So this is between the 0.618 and the 0.5 fib level. That's really all that it is. It's just another fib level that we think. I don't think so. Life of Tooth startups. I'm not gonna do an Ethereum review. I appreciate the $5 though, but I'm not a prostitute. I'm much more expensive than that. Think of me as a really high class prostitute that's worth much more than $5. So as much as I appreciate it, I think I'm gonna have to respectfully decline an analysis on Ethereum. Though I appreciate that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. It came out again. My douchey side came out. I really appreciate that generous donation, but it takes me a lot of time to do an analysis, okay? Way too much time to do a detailed analysis. I'm not familiar with Ethereum, guys. I live, I eat, and I breathe Bitcoin. That's how I'm able to extrapolate these targets like a fucking Asian ninja, okay? You guys ever Bitcoin is trying to fight me, okay? Have you guys ever tried to fight an Asian one-on-one? Okay, you try to fight an Asian one-on-one, and he's got 5 fucking friends hiding in a tree because Asians never fight fair. There are ninja friends of his everywhere, okay? That's how Bitcoin and I fight. It tries to fight me, and I've got friends hiding in the tree, ready to kick his ass. So that's how I feel about Bitcoin. I'm really prepared because I've got a lot of friends backing me up that Bitcoin doesn't know about. With Ethereum, I feel like I'm Caucasian. I just gotta fight one-on-one. I'm not really prepared to fight it. I haven't really done any research on it at all. So Ethereum, I don't know what the fuck is going on with it right now. I can do a technical analysis for $5 if you want me to, which I really appreciate, but I just couldn't give you an accurate one because I'm not following Ethereum right now at all, okay? Anyways, I'm just trying to be comedic as well. I appreciate it, life of things, but I promise I will get to an Ethereum prediction, or not prediction, but technical analysis in a little bit of time. So yeah, what's wrong with me? These people are like giving me donations, and I'm like just shutting down Ethereum and stuff like that. It's more like, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm Canadian. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna like go back to my igloo, and I'm just gonna like have some moose jerky and have some maple syrup, and yeah. So that's pretty much what's gonna happen. So let's talk about the Golden Cross, since you guys are talking about it as well, okay? The Golden Cross is a crossover where some people consider it, you're welcome, Nick, thank you. Some people consider it 200 moving average. Some people consider it the 100 and the 50. So what the Golden Cross is basically my crossover strategy. That's simply all that it is that I've been talking about for a long time. I specifically use 55 and under, right? But I added it on here because we are in a little bit of a short-term bear market still, despite us bouncing today, right? So what the crossover refers to, the Golden Crossover, is where these specific points right here cross. Right here, okay, where the 100 moving average ends up being on top of it. So that's basically what this crossover is. And we haven't entered a golden crossover on the negative side like that since 2002, 2005. Let's see, right here, since 2005, October. That's the last time that this actually ended up, you know, being on the negative side like that. And then we ended up always getting the white moving average that was supporting above all of it, right? It's never gone below all of it. It's never acted as a resistance on all of them, right? It's always been on the bottom, acting as a major T-line support. But right, we see right here, it's finally crossed over. So guys, don't get your hopes up too much, okay? Despite us, 2015, guys, I didn't mean 2000. I was just testing you guys first of all, okay? It's very important as a trader to know the date, okay? It's very important to know what the date is, and I was just testing to see who paid attention. I'm just trying to be a good teacher. I knew that it was 2015. I just read it wrong on purpose to see who wasn't paying attention. Just like, you know, if you guys don't know that the date right now is February 18, 2017, you guys might want to check your calendar right now, okay? Because you got to make sure that you know the date as a trader. So that's kind of where I stand, guys. I forgot where my targets were. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Luna, come take over the show, Luna. I forgot what I was talking about. Hold on, Luna's downstairs right now. Luna! Oh, I should go get Luna. Guys, give me a second. I'm going to go get Luna, okay? Give me a second. I'm going to go make her howl for you guys. I'll be back in 30 seconds. That's right, Luna. That's right. We ended up going to a bull rally. Ow, ow! That's right. You like these bull rallies? Ow, ow! That's right, Luna. Everybody kept donating beer money to you today. Yeah, you like that? What are you going to drink today? You going to drink tequila? You going to drink vodka? Ow, ow! Yeah, you're going to drink vodka, right? You going to drink a little bit of Patron too maybe later? Yeah, you like the Patron, right? You like the fancy stuff. Luna, one moon. One moon. Oh, oh! We finally got to the moon. Don't you do those third ones. Don't do the third ones, okay? We don't like 3. We like 2, okay? Come on, give us 2. Oh, oh! That's 4, Luna. That's 4. Okay, it's 4. Give me 2. Oh, oh! Don't you... Oh, you did... Don't you do 3, Luna. I'm telling you one last time before I eat you, okay? 3, 2, 1... Oh, oh! That's I give up with her, guys. She's doing it again. This is just retarded. You're stupid dog, Luna. You're retarded. You don't even know how to count to 3. It's so easy. You know how easy it is to count to 3, Luna? I'll show you. Okay, look on the chart. It's so easy to count to 3, but you gotta do 2. This is called A, B, C. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna count to 2 only, okay? 3, 2, 1. Oh, oh! That's 1. That's 1, Luna. Give me 3. Oh, oh! There we go. We finally got 2 out of her. Oh my god, that was so hard. That was so hard. Unbelievable. Okay, guys. I gotta stop my BitConnect thing, okay, that I'm doing. I gotta stop it because I'm getting a big backlash from people that are commenting on YouTube, and they're saying things like, okay, you know what, man? I actually lost like $150,000 on BitConnect. And you know how I replied to him when he said to me that I lost $150,000? Well, I approached it with a lot of sympathy, first of all, right? I approached it with a lot of sympathy. This guy was like, I lost $150,000. I don't know why you do your BitConnect technical analysis. And I felt really bad, right? So I wrote him a really sweet message. And I wrote to him, what's up, 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 BitConnect! I don't think people really liked it that much when I did that. So that's pretty much, yeah. What am I wearing right now? I'm actually wearing pants right now. I'm actually wearing pants. My underwear, though, I'm not going to talk about when the last time I changed it, but I definitely am wearing underwear right now. It smells pleasant. It smells still pleasant. You know, it's not really bad or anything. I can't really say that it smells bad or anything. Like, it smells really good to me, you know? So why bother changing it if it's fine? Like, why, you know? Why bother changing your pants if it smells fine? Why even bother showering if you live by yourself and you don't really go out much? I mean, no one's gonna smell you. Your dog is used to your smell anyways, so why even bother changing often? And it's like, I gotta do more laundry. I'm very conscious about the environment. Why would I want to waste more water and change more underwear and go through more clothes if I'm conscious of the environment, right? I respect the environment. I don't want to waste water. Why would I want to waste water? I don't want to waste electricity. Makes no sense. So thanks for asking what I'm wearing, guys. I think we're done now, guys. I think I'm gonna end it right here. It takes, you know what? I got so much energy. People always think I'm on drugs. Like, everybody thinks that I'm on drugs, but I'm not on any drugs. If I was, I'd be very honest, right? Like for example, when I was on Molly before, I was like, guys, I'm doing a live stream. I'm on Molly. Everybody come join me for my live stream right now. That's basically what I would say if I was, you know, high, for example, okay? But because I'm not high, I'm being very honest, I'm not. So guys, I'm actually going to call it. I'm going to go enjoy my profits. I'm going to go roll around outside in the snow in my underwear because I'm saving on water. And I think it's good to use snow from outside to clean yourself if there's access to fresh water outside. So yeah, so other than that, guys, have yourselves a great day. Thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate all the love and the support. Thank you for the generous donations. I hope you guys have made a killer in the market so far. That's my ultimate goal, to help you baby whales. Don't think that this is an uptrend, guys. I want to tell you, do not even dare think this is an uptrend. Okay, we're bullishly diverging right now. Unless we break to a series of higher highs right now, like really much higher highs, okay, that's when we're going to be in an uptrend. But you guys are starting to see that it's about to cross over on a 10-minute chart, possibly. Okay, possibly. Maybe if we break above 8,300 right here, we might shoot for that 8,600 region I'm talking about, but it's really unlikely just based on how everything is going and the series of bearish divergences that I'm seeing. So let's wait to see. Maybe, once again, all right, like I said, maybe if we break above 8,300, we might see a small uptrend. But if you guys are still in the position right now, great, you can ride it out. There's no reason to take any of your profits, really, but you might want to consider taking some of your profit. But it's really hard for me to believe that we're not going to end up correcting a small amount right now before going on an uptrend. But I could be entirely wrong. I could be entirely wrong, right? So what's going to dictate it is a break well above 8,300. So other than that, have a great day, baby whales, mini dolphins, and tiny, tiny little penguins. May you guys always march yourselves to safety. And make sure you guys see those little minnows. Okay, if you guys see the minnows, you devour them because we hate minnows, okay? If you guys see a walrus, destroy the crap out of it as well. Have a great day, guys. Take care.